you're here to launch a very, very special collection, the MVP collection. We want to get into talking about that because that's really kind of the news of what you're doing now. But you guys, in addition to having just great careers as professional athletes, you've been accomplished as entrepreneurs. So talk a little bit, each of you, about your mindset as you exited the game after excelling at the highest levels of the game, and then started thinking about what you wanted to do after your sports careers are over.
It was very tough for any athlete, and I'm sure Frank will tell you that anybody coming out of a major sport, any type of sport, it's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of questioning, a lot of what am I going to be, what am I going to move on to, what am I going to evolve into. It's not an easy task, and any athletes that are going through that process right now, I understand how you feel, and I hope you get to where you're comfortable with yourself, after your athletic career. I then got into affordable housing here in New York City. I've been doing that, since 2004. Amassed, 12,000 units of affordable housing across the entire country.
Been drafted in 1989. As a young black man, in the first round, making some money, and then get a big contract by 1993. I was league MVP back-to-back years. He unseated me the third year. So we had a consecutive run here for 3 straight years. We had a voice. We were definitely looked at as ball players and ball players only.
Unfortunately, not every athlete gets the best advice, gets the best people to work with. How did you guys navigate knowing, well, this is legit, this is something that's really I can get into, and this one I might want to, hold back, And some athletes don't know how to say no. In general, they have a hard time managing that process. How did you guys manage that?
I just always thought it was hard enough to play the game without trying to do commercials. I think, Frank will attest to it too. All games are humbling, but baseball is really that game that will humble you right away. If you're not focused on what you got to do, one day you're the great, and the next day you're the GOAT.
And I look at it like this. I was in a different situation. He played for Boston, I played for the Chicago White Sox. When I came in, Chicago White Sox was down here. Nobody really cared. He was an organization that was all about winning. It had been winning a very long time. But I had owner Jerry Reinsdorf, who had Michael Jordan, and he saw what Michael Jordan did with marketing. So when I got there making a big splash, he said, wait a minute, you need to get yourself involved with other companies too.
Let's talk about MVP. So again, I have a personal interest in fashion and style. I don't have the same challenges that you do for fit, but the bottom line is what I know about that business, or at least up until this point, the big and tall sector, is that you might be able to get your size. No real style. It's a bigger version, not necessarily proportioned properly. It'll get on you, but if you're really trying to wear something that you feel is comfortable, expressing your personality, there were very, very limited options. So talk about, and I already see what you guys are rocking today, what you were trying to accomplish with MVP, and what you liked about it that said, listen, I want to be a part of that, both as people who are entrepreneurs, but also people who would wear these clothes and who would see the problem that you're trying to solve.
I think you spoke on many facts. No style, no cut, no size. But also along with that was when you did get something, everybody was wearing the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So when we had the hot t-shirt from whatever DXL or whatever it was, all your boys had the same t-shirt too. You understand what I'm saying? So when this whole thing came in my mind, I was like, how come we can't look like you, Alfred? Like you are today. You got a nice sport jacket on, nice tie, you got nice slacks, shoes. Why can't the big and tall guy look like that? Why can't we have the fashion like everybody else? Why are you cutting us short? We're just as important as you, and plus we were athletes and guys on TV. Why are we getting cut short in this frame right here that we're in big and tall?
I just remember wasting so much time trying to look different by spending money with a tailor, making my clothes, just so I can look fly, just like the young guy, and just like you on a day-to-day basis. And it was a lot of wasted time spent when I can just go to a DXL or go online and grab something for the big and tall and look great.
So tell me about your business model. I know, Frank, you said you saw it in DXL, but I know you can order it online. So what is the business model for distribution and retail of the clothing line?
Well, right now, we're in certain select DXL stores. We all know, business, in-store business is tough. You know what I mean? It's just not the way of the world. It's the way of the world, going forward. Online business is where it is. Right. And with that, we work with King Size Direct. We work with Macy's. We drop ship with Macy's. We have a deal we're working out with Nordstrom's. We still have, we do online with DXL. And MVP has its own online store that does very, very well.
Well, it sounds like it makes sense to me. I mean, if you're associated with major brands like DXL, Macy's, Nordstrom, which are major retail distribution brands, it's like, why go take the overhead of building all this brick and mortar when you have natural outlets that men shop at to find what they want? And of course, you have your own online presence. So that does sound like it makes sense to me, especially given the model. They call it, retail Armageddon, or retail apocalypse, because it's hard to really maintain and build out a real brick and mortar distribution infrastructure. So that sounds like makes a lot of sense. It also sounds like once men know the MVP brand, they're gonna find you.
There's no data when we started this. There was no information. There was nothing to go to and say, well, if we do this is gonna work. If we do that, this is gonna work. We have all the MVP has all the data. We have all the information. We are the ones that need to be speaking about big and tall consistently because we have the facts. And I dare to go up against anybody else that'll tell me what the data states somewhere else.
So you guys have the analytics.
We have the analytics to move forward and make this brand a global brand.